And I want to thank some of those people that I've worked with for giving me some ideas that I'm going to share with you guys today, some of whom are sitting in the front row. Hi guys. I also want to thank the Australia Council for inviting me here to talk, particularly Rani Haywood, who's been wonderful. And I lastly want to talk to thank some of the organisations that gave me some examples that I can share with you guys today about what practical CRM activities they're doing. Okay, so this is an overview of what I'll be talking about, and I guess I'm going to open with an example that I think indicates that CRM has come to a bit of a crossroads in the arts, and I'll talk about why. I'll quickly skip through some slides that give you guys some, I guess, some basics in terms of what CRM principles are. I'll talk mostly, though, in the presentation about specific CRM activities in the arts and outside of the arts that tentatively kind of suggest is called things to steal. I should also acknowledge, I guess, that this presentation assumes that you've got some kind of CRM system yourself that's holding ticketing and transactional data. Now, look, I know some of you don't, and I know that can be a real concern, but given that so many of our organisations have made the switch to using some fairly complex software to store customer interests and customer transactions, it seemed kind of pointless of me to not start from that position. But I'll be talking quite generally about the activities that are born of CRM. I'm not going to be talking about any specific software, any system, or any particular technical details for running that system. Much more general than that. So, just firstly, what does R in CRM stand for? Now, look, lately, I've been hearing a bit of a chat online between two CRM consultants, Tim Roberts, who's going to be speaking here later, and a woman in England named Lisa Baxter, who does some amazing work, and I encourage you to check out her website at theexperiencebusiness.co.uk. But Lisa's been kind of fairly scathing in her approach to CRM. She thinks that basically we're turning it into just revenue-generating activity that's leaning way too heavy on the data, the numbers, and the systems, and very little about the relationships. She mentions an example where she was talking to a particular venue's marketing manager, and she asked that marketing manager, what CRM stuff do you do? This is the reply she got, and I'll just read it out, but she obviously found it wanting, and I think many of you might find it familiar. Well, when a customer books a ticket, we contact them to say thank you, and we tell them about our gallery and the shops and the restaurants that we have. And then after the show, we send them a questionnaire about their first impressions of the visit. Later, we contact them about other relevant shows that they might like to see. Now, Lisa says, this is still her quote, this might sound like building bridges from a marketer's perspective, but actually it's a predatory attempt to try and extract ancillary spend and extra information from the customer, rather than any kind of attempt to build a long-term relationship. Now, the first, coaxing ancillary spend from the customer,